Your ego is a powerful tool to manifestation, but it's hindering you instead. So here's how to change the narrative.
Hi, friend. Let me save you some time and cut through the bullshit she's trying to share in that video. My name's Jesse Lyon. I'm a licensed counselor, and this is how your dreams actually work. So I stumbled across this video over on Instagram because, of course, my feed shares me all the dream stuff, both scientific and spiritual. And there is definitely a way to use your ego to manifest your dreams. But I want to take a moment, and as a licensed counselor who uses hypnosis and is a psychodynamic theory-based counselor, I want to teach you the science and the psychology behind how to actually use your ego to manifest your dreams and contrast that with the spiritual point of view so you get the best information you can. Let's jump into this. I'm excited.
Ego is a powerful tool to manifestation, but it's hindering you instead. So here's how to change the narrative.
Good hook. Good hook. You gotta tell them that your ego is hindering you. Give them a problem so you can fix it. You know, it's like the government. We create problems so we can fix them for you. Yikes. Okay, different commentary.
Your ego is not bad. It is your identity and the beliefs that make up your reality. The problem happens when it holds bad coding that prevents you from quantum jumping.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. She's not wrong, but the terms she's using are strange. Bad coding, right? We do get into subconscious patterns. These are habits. You can call them coding if you want. It's kind of a buzz pop term. But we get into bad habits, and we get into bad habits because we learn a certain way of living, and then we integrate that into our unconscious, our automatic processes, right? When you jump in the car, you don't think about how to drive the car, you just drive the car. You know, when you were learning to drive the car, you had to think about all the things, and that's really cumbersome, and it actually makes you open to making a lot of mistakes because you have to think about too many things. When it's automatic, you're able to respond quicker and avoid crashes, right? But let's say that you got into the habit of not putting your seatbelt on. Well, that's bad coding. You learned a bad habit of not putting your seatbelt on, so you're gonna have to relearn part of my startup car process is putting my seatbelt on. Same thing happens with your emotions and with your dreams. So she's not wrong, but it's a little bit tricky. Quantum jumping, the hell is that? I love the idea of becoming healthy. So if we're quantum jumping from dysfunctional to functional in counseling, like psychotherapy, sounds great. But let's see what she's got to say.
So here's how to build a healthy ego. Number 1, forgiveness. The ego holds a lot of resentment towards itself and others, but the subconscious mind doesn't distinguish thoughts and emotions about someone else and yourself. Forgiveness allows you to let go of resentments, recognize the divine in everything, and raise your vibration, making...
I don't know about... Your mind definitely knows a distinction between you and other people. This can be a problem with those who are very empathetic. They don't know the difference between themselves and other people, but I'd say someone who's narcissistic, they definitely know the difference, and they love the difference because they're better than everybody else, and they will tell you. So I don't know about that, but I will say that your mind doesn't really know the difference between the way that you're thinking and the way that you're behaving. So like if you're thinking thoughts that are mean to yourself inside your head, you're going to start to act that way. It's subconscious, it's automatic. And so she's got a really good point there. And that's been shown from psychology. What you're thinking is how you're behaving.
Making it easier to manifest. Number 2.
Well, we should talk about forgiveness for a minute. I'm not a huge fan of forgiving others unless they deserve it. Now, I am a huge fan of letting go, right? Sometimes we hold on to grudges as a fake way to try and control things. And this will mess with your dreams. If you're holding on to a grudge and you're still resentful of that past relationship or of your parents or that person who did you wrong, and you're holding on to that as like a false sense of control, because we hold on to things because it makes us feel in control of them. You're going to dream about it and it's going to be a really, really bad time. But instead, if you let that go and be like, hey, it wasn't right, I don't forgive them, but I'm choosing to move on, right? And I forgive myself, I'm going to choose to love myself. That's going to really be the key to getting your dreams back on track. Okay, let's see what she's got for number 2.
Recognize attack thoughts. Attack thoughts go against the inner truth that you are infinite potential, capable of being whatever you want. And these thoughts stem from bad coding of the ego. When you identify them, say to yourself, these thoughts are attack thoughts. They go against my inner truth and I will not let them. Number 3.
That's actually fantastic. Saying that stuff out loud and like learning how to stop your thoughts, say that is dysfunctional thinking. This is the foundation of CBT therapy, by the way. Do a little Google search on CBT maladaptive thinking. She is quoting from the book. So that's great. She's using some spiritual language, but she's not wrong.
Set identity. Your dream self has a specific set of beliefs about themselves that shape their reality. Identify these beliefs and integrate them into your identity. Correct your ego's negative narrative and approach the situation as your dream self would. Number 4.
Yes. This is the foundation of what we do in trauma recovery with hypnosis. Do I agree with it from a spiritual perspective? Maybe not, right? But do I agree with it from a scientific and clinical perspective? Abso-freaking-lutely. If you don't have a clear vision of the person that you want to be, you'll never get better. And this is what hypnosis is so helpful for. And hypnosis is a well-researched, scientifically backed treatment tool, right? What we do in hypnosis, you put somebody into a trance and then you envision the reality that you want them to live, that they want to live. And that helps them start to take the steps to get there. There's a great sort of metaphor for this. In racing, right? When somebody is racing cars or racing motorcycles or whatever, one of the big mistakes that they'll make, especially motorcycles, is people will often look at the thing they don't want to hit. So like as they're going around the corner, they'll look, I don't want to run off the road. I don't want to run off the road. So what happens? They move closer to the thing they're trying to avoid. But any good racer will tell you, look where you want to go. Look through the corner and to the exit, to the finish line. Because by visualizing that, your body will naturally fall in line. Your mind and your dreams will naturally fall in line with achieving your goals. And this is where most people who have trauma get stuck. So she's crushing it on this one. Love that.
For healing, the ego is really the fear of the inner child. To make your ego more submissive.
Okay, that's a little bit of an oversimplification. Inner child work is really great, but not the whole ego. We do need to do some inner child work, but what is she talking about? Submissive inner child?
To your soul's will. Ensure your inner child feels safe with your leadership, which I teach on my YouTube. To quantum jump into your dream reality.
Hey, well, if you want to learn more about spiritual hoodoo voodoo without scientific backing, you can do that. But if you want to learn more about the real reason you dream and how to fix them, you can subscribe down below. Leave me a like, leave me a comment. It helps share this quality mental health content with other people on YouTube so they can get help for free. I'd love to know what you think. Do you agree with what she's saying? Do you disagree with what she's saying? Has it worked for you? And what is it that I can do in the next video to make your life just a little bit better? I'll see you in the next one. Bye.